morning. There's only one of us at the moment, and Carla Marie threw her chair in here, left the door open. There's a whole lot of things going on right now, but she is on her way back. There she is, and closing the door so that it's crazy how much different the room looks.
I didn't get to curl my eyelashes.
And she did not curl her eyelashes. How are we ever going to live?
Booster seat.
I also don't know where your headphones are at the moment.
What?
But that was probably my fault. But you'll be all right. Just, oh no, because then you'll need to watch the trailer in a little bit too.
Where's the chat?
I'll put that up there in a second. Thank you to everyone who's gotten us through the hype train so far. We are, I think, just entering level 1. So thank you for that. I know we've got, Shayna FC.
Shanna
FC, Jen, Lisa, thank you very much.
Milwaukee Tom. What?
Why change it from
Texaco? So if you're watching this on YouTube,
yeah.
Hi. Someone in our Twitch chat just said, hello, everyone. I am no longer at Texaco Shoddy. I have changed my name. So Texaco Shoddy has been.
It's more of an adult name. I like it. DJ FaZe is in here. Good morning, DJ FaZe. I was actually in his stream yesterday. He was testing some things out and DJing. And as I was meal prepping, actually, not really meal prepping, just cooking food, I had that in the background.
That's awesome.
It was a lot of fun.
Oh, that's what you were listening to when I got home.
No, then
I turned you off, DJ FaZe.
Later on, I don't know if it ended or if I turned it off, but then I threw on CNC Music Factory, Boricua Anthem, and I was just jamming out. Because that song, if you're not familiar, look it up on Spotify or Apple Music or whatever you use. It's like 4 songs in one, so once you get through the intro, which is kind of boring, it's like its own little 8-minute party. It's fantastic.
All right. Well, maybe I don't know what song. Like, I don't know names. Oh, I love that
song. Yeah. Nick Wax knows what I'm talking about. Yeah. See? Ryan the Groover.
Why did you just yell "see" like that?
Because people know the song.
Echoed. That was so weird.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
I guess I also don't have headphones in because somebody was probably tinkering.
Let me get your headphones.
Martha said, I wore my "You Look Great" shirt to the zoo and got a ton of smiles and comments from the animals. Okay, guys, I have to curl my eyelashes.
No, you're not curling your eyelashes on the stream.
I have to.
Insane.
No, wait. People will enjoy this.
Can I give you these headphones?
Oh, can you just give me ear ones?
I don't know where the other ones are.
I think that guys normally freak out when they see girls curl their eyelashes because they get nervous.
Why are you doing that now? I'm not even, you can't wait until...
I'm wearing the same shirt as Anthony today. Oh, I was like, what shirt is Anthony wearing today? Lisa has the same shirt as you, but in black. No way. DJ FaZe, I wore the "You Look Great" shirt while DJing. Got a few comments.
I saw that.
Oh, wait, I did see that. Heather, 1, 2, 3, 4, 500 bits. Why?
Thank you.
Oh, my God. Mikey wants the birthday song. Well, I can't hear it.
No. Just put them on for now. You'll be fine.
I don't like these because they cramp my style.
Well, your style's been cramped.
Well, now I have one.
Now cramp your eyelashes already. There we go. Okay, I'm back. So
okay, now they're open. I know.
I was wondering.
Very different to you.
This is the first time I've worn a Carla Marie Anthony shirt.
It is weird wearing a shirt with your own name on it. I don't hear anything.
Do you hear it now?
Yep.
Okay. So I was wondering how lame this would be, being that we are Carla Marie Anthony. This is the Carla Marie Anthony show, and Correct. I'm wearing the Carla Marie Anthony T-shirt. And for anyone who is still interested in merch, we are hoping to get another merch store launched or a pre-sale done in, I guess, like mid-October. Mm-hmm. So that way it's all delivered by November.
I did get a bunch of extra T-shirts, so we can either give them out or sell them.
Oh, and we also do have something that wasn't even available to order, but it is a You Look Great branded thing.
We're going to give them away.
That we can start giving away maybe next week.
Maybe we'll give it to the first person who's at the Boozy Bodega tomorrow.
We could do that too. Also, let's talk about the Boozy Bodega, because if you were watching the chat earlier, not the chat, the trivia earlier, the location has been revealed.
It has?
Yeah.
You know where it is?
I do know where it is.
Oh, I don't. Okay,
and now there's also been a change in what's going to happen at the Boozy Bodega.
Okay, so I'll let you explain what it is then, because...
Well, It's everything that Carla Marie talked about earlier this week. And on top of that, for anyone who gets to the Boozy Bodega and at the checkout says you look great, they will also receive some Seattle Gummy Company energy gummies.
Cool.
So that's all going to happen tomorrow,
So
August
is that
6th.
like you're going to a bodega and you're giving them secret information? They're slipping you something secret?
Yeah, basically.
Because like people who don't know you look great aren't going to get the slip.
Exactly.
Caffeine.
Exactly. Let me
Man.
grab the address real quick.
Are we bringing the gummies?
No. It's all taken care of. We don't have to do anything. We just have to bring ourselves.
I have a feeling we.
It's tomorrow, August 6th, 4332. Crap. I forgot the actual street.
Where is
It's basically right by Big Mario's in Freelard.
I
What?
guessed that.
Which is, I don't even consider Freelard a real place.
Yeah, I can't believe you just said that.
And all you have to do is in the chat type exclamation point and the word gummy, or I'm sorry, and the word boozy, and you'll get all the information. So we don't even have to give you the info.
No, you're still typing gummy, dude.
Oh yeah, I am. Hold on. Boozy.
I have no idea what's happening right now.
There we go.
Okay.
So now you'll get the link, and that'll take you directly to the Boozy Bodega page. And if you scroll, if you click, find the bodega, and then you scroll all the way down.
Oh my God, this is like it's Willy Wonka for real.
It is. There we go.
Where?
Nope, that's the wrong one.
This is unbelievable.
I should have. There we go.
This is what happens.
4332 Leary Way Northwest in
Can you
Seattle.
copy and paste that?
I can.
What just happened?
What do you mean? What just happened?
Let me explain what the event is
I had
again.
to do a lot of stuff while you were out there playing with kittens.
Yeah, playing. So tomorrow,
That's the
starting
address.
at 4 p.m., is a pop-up Boozy Bodega. Literally, it is a blow-up thing. It is cool. Like it looks like an adult bouncy house. I don't think there will be any bouncing, but it's actually a really, really cool like thing that Seattle Cocktail Club has. And Chef Shoda, who was a finalist on this past season of Top Chef, will be there cooking, and you can buy a sandwich literally made from him. He's also doing not mac and cheese, so you can buy that from him. And then there's to-go cocktails created by the Seattle Cocktail Club team. And we sampled them on the show last week and then part of this week. So good. Then there's also going to be these chocolate bars you can buy. And I think 100% of the proceeds will go to charity. And in 25 of those chocolate bars is literally a golden ticket. And that will get you a free ticket to Seattle Cocktail District.
And the charity that that money will be going to is actually really cool. It was
Healthy Behind the Bar.
Healthy Behind the Bar, I believe is the name of the charity. But basically the purpose of this organization is to create a fund for service industry workers where, let's say, they need emergency root canal or something like that. It'll give them the funds and the information to get things that they need.
Mental health as well.
That they wouldn't be able to because a lot of those workers don't have benefits, don't have health insurance.
So anyone can come to this event tomorrow. You can show up and not buy anything if that's what you want to do. You're going to want to buy something when you're there. So for sure. It's going to be a good time. We'll be there the whole time.
Hey, what happened with the hype train? Did it die?
I don't know. Did we finish it?
No, I think we didn't complete it in time.
Nara, so close to my Freddy's.
It is very close to that. I saw Realtor Jen has a client in the area that hopefully she'll be able to pop out for a little bit and hang out with us.
We completed it. All right, I was waiting.
Oh, we did completed it through. I just spit through level 5, or just it's over.
Deb, thanks for the gifted sub. That's a cat hair. Hey, that awful bottle that we drank the other day. We're just gonna sip gin. I wasn't gonna take a shot.
Okay, give me a little bit then. Oh, I think it ended at level 3.
Should I stop pouring?
Yeah. I thought we only take drinks when we get through level 5.
I did, but someone told me we completed it.
Yeah, we can it's over. Are they having other shops selling stuff there, or is it mainly just food and drinks to purchase? Just food and drinks and chocolate.
But the cup is full, so.
Okay, fine.
Can you empty it?
I can in a second. Cheers, Carla Marie. Cheers. We will see you tomorrow for a drink, hopefully if you're in the Western Washington area.
Cup is full. Oh, man, I don't think I drank that straight before.
Gin?
That one.
Yeah. Although I have taken shots of gin and chugged gin before. And out of all the times that I've drank gin straight, that's probably one of the better
Oh, it's so good.
like flavors if you want to show everyone, Carla Marie.
It's green alls. It's amazing. This is the wild berry flavor.
For the record, Carla Marie did not take that shot like a champion. She took a little sip of alcohol.
This isn't a shot. Who said that?
It starts at 4. That is correct, DJ Faze. It goes technically 4 to 7. I put 4 to 6 in the trivia game because if they sell out, that's it. It's over. So if you show up at 6:55, there's a good chance that no one's going to be there or we'll be breaking stuff down.
I mean, we'll still be there.
The Duke of Swirl will be there.
When you show up, you're going to have to say, hi, my name is Carla Marie, and my Twitch username is the Carla Marie or something.
Yes.
I mean, that was a shitty
Even
example.
you, the Duke of Swirl, you'll have to show up and say, hey, guys, I am the Duke of Swirl from Twitch. And you know what, DJ Faze? You have to come up and say, hi, I'm DJ Faze Seattle on Twitch.
Yeah.
If not, I'm going to pretend like I don't know you.
Sorry, sir. What's your name?
What else do we have here in the chat? There are some things we want to get to in the title
I have a lot of
or
things.
in the notification that went out. I wrote that we have to save a small business from a bunch of idiots. So I've got 3 screenshots that will explain what we're talking about. Also, and this is something I talked about on Tuesday when Carla Marie ran out of the room for whatever reason. I did get to see the screening of the new Suicide Squad movie.
Excited.
So we are going to do, or I am going to do a full movie review. And we even have the trailer. So if you're not familiar, you'll at least get familiar before I do the, 2 to 3 minute review.
I always forget those guys' names.
Siskel and Ebert?
No, it's not. Roger, there's a podcast about them out now.
Wasn't it Siskel and Ebert originally? And then they split. They had like a movie divorce.
No, we've had this conversation before, so I'm having deja vu.
Robert and Ebert?
Robert.
Who's Siskel? Isn't that a person?
We've literally had this exact conversation. You're thinking of Cisco from the Thong Song.
No, I am not.
Okay.
One of them died.
Yeah.
Like recently, or is that why they split originally? Oh, Siskel died. Huh. Yeah, originally it was Siskel and Ebert. Thank you.
Who's Roger?
He is the guy who replaced Siskel.
We are going to talk about our couple photo shoot yesterday.
Oh my God. Yeah, we have to talk about that.
But I don't want to forget to talk about this, and this was not on the list today, but I just mentioned Cisco and the Thong Song. And I was reading an article about how he wrote the Thong Song.
Okay.
And it was either him or a friend or something who, I think one of them hooked up with a girl and she was wearing a thong. And this was back in early 2000s. And they were like, what is that? Right? So they start like telling one another this girl was wearing a thong, blah, blah, whatever. And then another guy of the friend group, like same thing happened. He was with this girl and she was wearing a thong, and he came back and he starts telling them, he's like, she was wearing a thong, and he describes it, and the way he describes it are like basically the exact lyrics in the song. And he's like, we just wrote, because as the guy was talking, he was like, it was a thong, and that's how they wrote the song. And he's like, and he's obviously like hooked his friend up and gave him a bunch of money for the story, which are now the lyrics. And I was like, damn, I love that story.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
The thong, thong.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I saw a thong.
Exactly. This is what you could have wrote the song.
It was a girl who was sitting next to me in my history class.
What year?
Freshman year of high school.
That's probably around the same time that
it was like right before the thong. No, it was a couple of years before the thong song came out.
Were you in high school in the 90s?
No.
What year did you?
Oh, technically 1999. I was in high school. Yeah. Because then by the time I graduated, it was
2003.
The millennium.
Such a great album. Actually, not this.
It's a terrible album. But we got jiggy with it. Yeah, her name was Molly. She was sitting next to me in history class.
Every man has Molly.
In world history. And I looked over and she had like the whale tail thing going on.
And we were also
but like not on purpose.
Oh, we were all doing it on purpose.
I don't think she was doing it on purpose.
By the time I got to high school, it was like, show your thong a little bit. Ew, so weird.
But showing the thong was definitely a trend. Like showing the whale tail was definitely a thing. Yeah, next year. Oh my God, next year will be the 20th high school reunion? No.
Well, you graduated in 03.
Oh, yeah.
2002.
Okay. Let's see. What else do we have here?
Okay.
There was something else. Someone wanted to explain the hype train.
Oh, should we?
I think it was Deb. Deb, basically the hype train. I don't know if anyone did. Oh yeah, Crazy Dream Girl did it in the chat. But for people who are watching on YouTube, a hype train on Twitch is triggered when a certain amount of people follow, subscribe, or gift bits, cheer with bits to a channel. And once it is triggered, the goal is to get through level 5 of that hype train. And once you do that, you receive like special emotes. We've actually, I think, exhausted the amount of emotes that people can win. If they've been in here like the whole time.
More.
No, like you'll get our emotes once you subscribe, but there's like special emotes that Twitch gives you.
Twitch?
I think they'll release some more later. Who knows?
Can we do the movie review so I can listen to the trailer and take
Yes.
off my headphones?
We can do that.
It's giving me major anxiety when I look over and I see.
You look like a pro with the headphones on. These are great headphones, by the way. All right, hopefully this works. If
asked-
you aren't hearing audio, let me know right away.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes. This is the Suicide Squad trailer.
Yes.
Let's say Sylvester Stallone in there.
It does. Did you see who Sylvester Stallone was in the movie?
Let's see the shark.
He is the shark. Yeah.
Okay.
They put him in a giant shark suit like a Katy Perry concert. It was fantastic.
That looks awesome.
All right.
Harley Quinn is one of my all-time favorite characters.
Here's the thing, and I saw this pop up in the Twitch chat before. The original Suicide Squad that came out a couple of years ago was with Will Smith. Harley Quinn was also in it.
Mm-hmm.
Jared Leto made an appearance.
Yep. They
tried to do this job with that movie, and they failed. That movie did not do that well. Didn't do well in the box office. Didn't get great reviews. Yeah. I also went into this with pretty low expectations because most DC Universe movies have not been great outside of Joker and the Dark Knight trilogy.
It's fair.
And on top of that, there's not a lot of characters that we've like grown up knowing, right? There isn't the Superman or Iron Man or whoever. That said, the movie was awesome. Like, I give it an absolute A.
What do you rate it, though? How many out of how many?
I give it 4.5 out of 5 baby sharks.
Baby sharks.
Because there's a big shark in there.
Okay.
There's not a baby shark in there. But it has the comedy that we've come to expect from a lot of the Marvel movies.
Okay.
But in a darker, almost funnier way.
Like, looks more adult.
And if you remember watching, let's say, Aquaman, which is a DC movie, like, it looked corny. Right? There were scenes in it where it was just like, this is a corny.
I loved Aquaman.
It was a decent movie. It looked corny. But this movie looks good the whole way.
Okay.
And it's really taking a great Marvel movie. And if you saw Army of the Dead, yeah.
Okay.
If you saw Army of the Dead, right? That's what it is called? The James Gunn Netflix movie?
The zombie one?
The zombie one? Yeah. If you put those together, you get this movie.
Is this about, like, what are they trying? Can you tell us what they're trying to?
So the Suicide Squad, for people who are unfamiliar, is a real thing in the comic books, and it's basically taking a bunch of super villains.
Sorry, in this specific movie, they're saving the world from what?
I kind of don't want to say.
Okay, that's fine.
Because you don't know throughout the whole thing what's happening.
Don't tell us.
The way it's shot is really, 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 really cool. The way that it's edited, there are ways that they will tell you what location they're in or what year or whatever or what day, and it's done in a really cool artistic way. John Cena, as much as I didn't like him in the last Fast and Furious movie, Fate of the Furious, he did a fantastic job in this one. And if you're attracted to John Cena, this is a movie you definitely want to see.
Is he going to be on the beach with a bag of dicks?
Maybe.
Do you see his peeing?
No.
Oh.
Close to it, though.
And the guy from House of Cards, I love him. I always forget his name.
I also don't know his name.
I love him.
He's a great character in it. All the characters bring something really special to the movie, and I would highly suggest, if you are looking to go to the movie theater, going to see The Suicide Squad. It's a very loud movie, for the record.
I could tell.
And it's got a lot of blood. It's got a lot of cursing. It is definitely graphic.
Is it rated R? Because she said splooge.
Yeah, it's rated R.
Okay.
So definitely check that out. That was Suicide Squad. And if you liked that movie review, maybe we'll do more like that. Maybe Carla Marie will do one next time. Who knows?
Ooh, what movie?
Does John Cena wear jorts? He does not wear... I don't think he does. He doesn't wear his famous jorts.
Oh.
Which is a shame, because the jorts, the t-shirt, and the hat were a look for a very long time. For John Cena specifically.
For John Cena.
And yes, it comes out tomorrow, August 6th. So, Carla Marie,
Okay.
you want to take it over?
Are we going to talk about saving small businesses?
Yes, we're going to do that.
Not really. We don't really have to save them, but
Helping them out.
my Mama Bear small business clause came out when I saw this. So we've talked about Watson's Counter on this show a few times. This is a business here in Seattle, but this is starting to happen to businesses everywhere. So protect your local and small businesses. A lot of businesses, and actually Watson's Counter was the first one that I saw do this, was requiring vaccination cards in order to dine in. You can order from them. You know, they've been takeout the entire pandemic. For the last year and a half, they've been takeout only. They just opened this month for dine in, and they were like, all right, well, if you're going to come in now, you need to show your vaccine card to protect staff, to protect everything, protect what they just did for the last year and a half. Mm-hmm. And people who were anti-vax started leaving shitty reviews. So now there's like this whole community of anti-vaxxers who are just sharing links to businesses that are requiring vaccine cards. And they are leaving shitty fake reviews on these accounts, on these businesses. And James, who is the owner of Watson's Counter, has been responding to the reviews in the best way possible. So I wanted to just share that in here and then tell you how you can go support.
And thank you to the first time chatter, Tess_hi. Hi, how are you?
So this person completely lying. There was a physical altercation between staff members and a customer regarding the mandatory additional to tip percentage. I can't believe I witnessed them beating an old man with a cane. Shocking. And then Watson's Counter responded, our policy strictly prohibits the use of weapons. We will look into this matter immediately. We still won though.
The creativity is pretty good.
Yeah.
I can't believe I witnessed them beat an old man with a cane. Shocking.
Yeah.
Like, this is ridiculous. And it is also going to go, I mean, it also shows why leaving good reviews for places that you go to, whether or not they're dealing with this, are important, because there are idiots everywhere.
Right. And it made me think, like, have I left James a good review? And I went and left a good
review. I need to be much better at it. I will admit that I am not the best at leaving reviews. And after seeing these, I'm going to do a much better job of being like, all right, once I go to a restaurant, I'm just going to hop on Yelp or Google or whatever.
I'm going to put his Instagram in the chat.
Okay.
We had James bring us food on the air when we were on the radio. He has Fruity Pebbles, French toast. What's it? Cinnamon?
I had the Fruity Pebble ones. I don't remember what the other one was.
It's so good.
The Eggs Benedict are really the one to get.
Loco Moco is my favorite there.
All right, here's another example of a crazy who also got 3 likes for the record on this review, because the group of crazies are all patting themselves on the back.
They said, I don't know what has all of a sudden gotten into this place. The staff were throwing slurs and aggressively hassling the customers. Strange times we live in. James responds, honestly, it was probably the vaccines. I just thought the microchips would track us. Who would have thought it would control us as well?
It's just, I can't imagine being the type of person who gets so mad that a business wants to ask for a vaccine or your vaccine passport or card or whatever, then I'm going to go on Yelp and do that. Like, there's a special type of idiot that does something like this. Also, it seems so far through the reviews that we've seen, between the slurs, the aggression, the beating the old man with a cane, it looks like James has opened a WWE training center, not a restaurant.
Right.
Which, if that's the case, I'm all in. And then we have this last one, and this is the biggest stretch of them all. Here you go.
70% of the black population is unvaccinated. Do you have a problem with people my color? Sure seems like it. Nice segregation policy. The bottom's too small for me to respond.
There's a lot. You can read it on your own, but it's just one of those things where, first off, the numbers aren't even right. No. Someone just decided to put 70% up there, which...
And it's crazy because when you go, look, that person has 1 review. That is literally the only review they've left on Google. And they are like completely just trying to stretch things. Like, first of all, James, Watson's Counter is like one of the most inclusive, like, you go there, there's like a rainbow flag. We support this. We support everything. They are very, very supportive. So clearly that is not what James is trying to do. And side note, Seattle Cocktail Club said James should start a podcast about reviews. A few months ago, he and Amy from Seattle Cocktail Club started a podcast called Dear Elite Reviewer, and it's all about the effect our reviews have on businesses and what you should do if you want to support a business or what you should do if you have a complaint about a business. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's just...
Oh, the Duke of Swirl is James.
Oh, that is James? I didn't realize that.
I was like, why is this person saying James is the worst? And it just clicked.
I didn't realize that was... What a weird name to pick.
Yeah.
Unless you're the Duke of Ice Cream Swirls? Why the Duke of Swirls? You're going to have to explain that.
Because he tells me every time I go there what his username is, and I always forget. So when he was saying he's going to show up tomorrow.
Let's see. Life is a Hike said, I have a cousin that posts reviews like this. I'm so embarrassed to call her my cousin. I think this is something we all have to do as a society, right? We've let people jump into these pockets of crazy where it's just one crazy person telling another crazy person how awesome they are, and then they just get progressively crazier. I don't know how we do it, but we've got to be able to look into like our circle of friends and family and be able to look at our friends and family and say, hey, you're being a total piece of garbage. There is no reason to do what you're doing. Stop it.
Yeah,
and I know it's hard.
Too far gone at this point, I think.
And I don't know if I have a family member that's done that, that's gone and just like rage reviewed a place.
Your family member could be farting bullfrog.
They could be. They could be. Who knows?
So Nolly brings up a good point. And I saw a meme about this that said people keep saying they're boycotting these businesses, but you can't boycott something you're not allowed into.
Yeah. It's like, that's fine. You're just doing exactly what we've asked. So, and the other thing is I don't know if I understand it, but if you are someone who is so against revealing whether or not you are vaccinated, then here's the key. Just don't go to the places that are requiring the vaccine card. You're free to do whatever else you want. Like, that's the craziest part. A lot of these people, a lot of those people that commented on Watson's Counter's review page.
Watson Counter. You said Watson? Oh, wait, yeah. Watson's Counters.
Yeah.
Okay, because there were two S's and it confused me.
Anyway.
You're the S king.
So, a lot of those people probably probably aren't even from the area. And if they are, probably have never even gone to Watson's Counter.
No, it's just
And it's just, they're just being assholes for no reason. And that's the craziest thing about the world we live in now. It's so easy to be a keyboard warrior that becoming a terrible person is literally at your fingertips in a moment's notice. And a lot of times, all you have to do before you become a keyboard warrior, and I've done this, and I'm sure there's times I've messed up as well, but before you angrily tweet or review or comment on a post, just be like, is what I'm going to say worth it? And 99.9% of the time, it's not.
Yeah, no, it's...
Is it better for my mental health to either delete the reply or unfollow this account that bothers me? Yeah, those things, just do it. If there's a business out there that's doing things you don't agree with, just unfollow them and stop going. No one cares.
No, it's 100%. Like, just shut up and don't. Like, how you spend your money is the biggest form of either a review or just giving your opinion. And if you truly were a customer of, say, Watson's Counter and you don't believe in this, then stop going there.
Yeah.
Like, leaving a fake review doesn't really do anything at the end of the day, because guess what? Now he's getting tons of positive reviews from people who are leaving reviews to just hide the bad ones.
Let's see. This is Alicia from the 215. Someone from Cuba left a bad review on my company's Facebook page posing as a current employee. I didn't know you could drive a truck over the ocean.
Wow.
Like, that is the craziest part too. And these companies do have to get better, whether it's Facebook, Google, Yelp. I think Yelp purposely doesn't monitor things because they want you to pay for their service to then be able to shuffle the reviews. But they do need to do a better job of actually validating, A, that these people are real, or B, that they've done the thing they say they are doing online.
Yeah.
So if you're leaving a review, you should somehow have to prove that you've been to that place. My dad's dealt with it too.
Yeah,
it's not even just restaurants. It's we spoke about this a while back, where there was a customer that bought his engagement ring and the diamond from my dad, and decided to propose. She did say yes originally, and then 6 months later, they broke up. He came back wanting to return the ring. And anytime there's actually a really good special on this on Netflix. It's Netflix Explained Diamonds.
Oh.
When you return a diamond, it greatly depreciates in value. And the guy was mad about that and decided to leave. Him and his family just started leaving bad reviews on my dad's Yelp page. And it eventually went to court and it won. And I think the judge actually told the guy, like, you and your family need to take down all of those pages, all of those posts. But it's just crazy that people can do that. Just leave things completely unbased on the internet.
It's a scary world. But hopefully the good people will help and kind of push down the bad ones.
Let's see. You can hide comments on reviews and social pages, but not the reviews themselves.
It's frustrating.
So, okay.
Yeah. Also,
should we start a Carla Marie Anthony Yelp page?
No.
That could be fun.
Google, maybe.
Okay.
But also Google, I took a screenshot of this. I didn't show it to you. And you might want to, everyone, just a side note, might want to change this in their settings. Google announced that basically Google Maps is going to be a social media account. So I got this. Introducing following on Maps. People can request to follow your profile. If you approve, they will get updates about your reviews, photos, lists, and other public contributions. They'll see who you follow and who follows you. People you've interacted with on Google may see you as a suggested person to follow. If you'd like to automatically let anyone follow you, you can turn off your restricted profile and settings. Okay, so it's automatically turned on as restricted. You can turn it off. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh.
Let's see. Marijuana, who is my barber, Miles, at Squire Barbershop in Belltown, said, we've had people try to do that at the barbershop to get free services. I understand. Listen, I am all for if you actually get really bad service anywhere and you feel like the only way that company is going to make good is if you post publicly. I can understand that, but at least have a valid concern. Do you remember when I had the issue with TD Bank like 2 years ago?
They locked you out of your account?
Yeah, I was basically locked out of my own bank account for what ended up being like 2.5 months.
And they told
And I tried for a long time to not go on social media because I'm like, I know it's not the bank teller's fault. There's just like a glitch in the system, blah, blah, blah. And nothing was happening.
Airlines literally run their customer service through Twitter now.
Yeah. But nothing was happening with me in the bank. Like nothing was being fixed for the first 3 or 4 weeks of me calling them every day and trying to figure it out. Yeah. Until finally I tweeted about it. And then they came back. They put me with like the head of their customer service department. And I got to figure it all out. And they fixed it. But so bizarre. It took a while for me to be like, all right, now I have to take this to social media because I know they'll respond. And yes, having a blue check on your Twitter account, I think does make a difference, which I was able to get a while back.
No, airlines respond. Well, I'd say banks and airlines probably respond to everyone.
I can't imagine being the customer service line at an airline.
It's always
because it's got to be the most frustrating thing. Is like, oh, my flight's delayed. And you're like, yeah, that happens.
No, it's all different people responding because you always see they use their initials. And it's always a different person.
Yeah, I'm just saying I can't imagine job.
I was that person that was
what
saying, hold the plane, we're running late. Alaska Air.
Yeah. That was, I mean, that's at least kind of funny. You weren't like ripping them apart, but there's so many people I see on Twitter who are like, oh my God, Delta, you're disgusting. My flight is 15 minutes late. It's like, relax, you loser.
One time I didn't necessarily go off on United because it was a weather problem and it wasn't their fault, but our plane got rerouted to Philly. We were supposed to land in Newark, but we had circled and circled and circled. And then they landed the plane and wouldn't let us use the restroom because they landed the plane and had run out of snacks. Then they said, okay, you can use the restroom, but they ran out of toilet paper and then told us that we weren't going to be able to fly that night because our staff needed to they had done the amount of hours.
And that's a legal thing. They can't do anything about that.
And I get that, except they still weren't letting us get off the plane or deplane. They wanted us to just stay on the plane until they got a new staff. And I was like, we're starving. Yeah. We have to pee. I was like, can I just get out here? My sister will come pick me up in Philly. It was just the most bizarre thing in the world. We were trapped.
That just seems like a bunch of really bad things out of their control all happening at the same time.
Yeah.
But yes, and that's something where you could get mad and say, someone's got to make a reasonable decision here and either let us use the bathroom in the terminal or get some damn toilet paper.
Sweet PJC said, oh, heck yeah, I have been with Airline 23 years. Phones? Wait.
Like on the phones for the airlines?
I have more questions. I don't know.
This is why we need to use our phone line more often.
Yeah.
Just to get people to read so that way we can also respond to statements in the Twitch chat too.
Jay Lynn is flying for the first time since 2012 next week.
It's going to be fine. I mean, as long as your flight takes off, because there are problems with staffing planes at the moment. But once you take off, you're fine.
Southwest, Frontier, and Spirit have been canceling flights kind of last minute because they never rehired the amount of staff that they need.
Mm-hmm.
So those three airlines are just like kind of leaving people stranded at the airport. Part of it is because they weren't expecting the travel boom to happen now. We've talked about this. They expected it to be next year.
And that's someone we talked to a friend of ours who is a pilot and is like working towards becoming a commercial pilot. So he's like on the inside of this. And a lot of these major airlines expected people to be returning to the air next year or early like 2022. And they just were not prepared. And they also let a lot of people retire early. So even if they weren't firing people, they were allowing pilots and the flight attendants to take their retirement. If they were within like 3 years, they could just say, okay, I'll just do it now and get all my benefits. So they lost a lot of people. Kind of crazy.
And a lot of them have to retrain pilots, I believe. I wasn't sure if it's retrain or whatever it is, or even training new pilots. There's only so many simulators that they can train them in. And they just can't get pilots out there fast enough, which is just kind of frightening. But
let's see. There was, Danny B714. I just flew Alaska to Denver and back, and they're amazing.
I love Alaska.
Alaska Airlines has done. I've never really had a bad experience with Alaska Airlines.
I didn't even tell you. So remember my luggage cracked?
Yes.
When we flew to Denver, and it likely wasn't Alaska's fault. It's just the baggage handlers, because we actually recently saw a luggage fall off of the little conveyor belt coming off of the airplane.
It just
I was
fell.
like, that's how mine probably broke. But it cracked, and I put in a claim with Alaska, and they were amazing. They just gave me a $225 flight voucher.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And they're going to give you a new suitcase or no?
No, that was there.
They're just like, here's $225. Okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
There was something, and this took off on Twitter 2 days ago, I believe. Mm-hmm. Carla Marie brought it to my attention, and then I saw the video later on. I should have had it ready to go. But basically, there was a guy who lost his mind on a flight. And not only was he cursing at everybody, threw some punches eventually, but apparently he grabbed two different flight attendants' boobs and was basically screaming things like, you can't do anything to me. My parents are worth millions of dollars, blah, blah, blah. The video then cuts to the flight attendants taping him to the chair. And this was on a Frontier
that's
flight.
what I was looking for.
It was on Frontier. So they tape him to the chair, and then they tape his mouth shut, which I am all for. Honestly, after you sexually assault people on a plane and attack people, I would have been fine if they literally threw him off the plane.
100%.
If they just said, here's a parachute, hope it opens, see you later. What happened next was the more interesting thing, in my opinion. Frontier originally came out with a statement and said that although they understand the predicament, the flight attendants went too far in taping this guy's mouth shut, and they have been placed on administrative leave. Then, and this is where I do think unions are important, then the biggest flight attendant union came out and basically attacked Frontier and said, if you guys don't show support for what the flight attendants are going through, we're going to pull all of our flight attendants from your flights and you won't be able to go anywhere. Well, so then they released another statement saying that they're going through their protocols, and the last statement was rushed.
So 3,700 is the amount of incidents the FAA has reported this year. Mm-hmm. In-flight is incidents. And apparently that's more than ever.
Listen,
people are fucking batshit.
I don't want to get on here and just be promoting violence all day, but if that whole plane turned on that guy and kicked the crap out of him, I'd have no problem with it. Yeah. I'd just be like, yeah, good for all of those people.
And Shanna just said, way to support your staff. And this kind of circles back to the conversation we've been having over the last few weeks of like, does your company support you the way you show up for them?
If you get sexually assaulted and then you get put on administrative leave, like there's a problem with the company. It's pretty easy to see at that point.
Wait, I didn't even know that was a thing. Lisa said, I read this morning that the FAA is asking airports to stop giving away to-go cups of alcohol because people are getting too drunk before flights.
And this is the problem. It happens. Yeah. I think a lot of places do that. But this is what happens a lot of times if you think about it before like concerts, if you know that, or ball games, when you know drinks are going to be super expensive, or if you're not old enough to buy a drink legally, you get blasted in the parking lot, and then you go to the game, right? The same thing is happening now because in the economy class of a lot of planes now, they're not serving alcohol. So what a lot of people are doing, you can dab apparently in first class. If you dab in first class, you should immediately be thrown off the plane.
Wait, okay. I have another airline story. Oh my God, so many things to talk about. So
the thing that's happening now is because a lot of people who are in economy, which is obviously the largest part of the plane, they know that they won't be able to drink on the plane. So if you're nervous or whatever and you want to drink to calm yourself down, you're getting drunk before you hit the air.
Yeah.
And that just spells disaster for everyone because everyone's...
I don't think I've ever done that.
What?
Like, I've had a drink before flying.
I've been tipsy on planes. I don't think I've ever been, like, blackout.
Okay.
But that's the problem. It's just a snowballing problem where, okay, we're going to limit drinks here, so then people are going to drink more before they get on the plane, and they're going to act stupider on the plane, which is going to make us make more restrictions. And
that's twice this week.
What?
Stupider is not a word.
It is a word.
No, it's not.
Yeah. I'm making it a word.
Make a CM dabbing emote, please.
I could do that. Okay, well, I can't do it if you keep moving.
Okay,
but
wait.
What's your other flight thing?
So, oh my God. I am less than 6,000 miles away from becoming an Alaska MVP Gold.
Oh, wow. I just became MVP.
It's amazing. I've never had status in anything ever in life, so this is exciting. So Gold is the next level. Basically, you almost get upgraded to first class every time. And I'm flying Alaska to Orlando next week. And either that flight will qualify me, if not, the next flight back home to Seattle will 100% qualify me.
Okay.
Our former boss, who is an Alaska Airlines nerd, who actually got into their commercial program for next year, we were talking about him earlier, he'll eventually be flying with Alaska Airlines.
I can't wait to be on his first flight.
Crazy. He told me that when he got MVP Gold, they were literally waiting for him at the airport when he landed. And there were a bunch of like staff, like gate agents that were like cheering for him when he got out. And they gifted him a model Alaska airplane.
That's cool.
Which I hope.
What are you going to do with that?
I don't know. I hope it happens when I get here because I'm not carrying it around Orlando. But someone else was like, that doesn't happen. So I'm like, did he lie to me? Because I need to know. But I'm telling you right now, if I get off that plane and there isn't a parade for me, and I saw someone say MVP Marie.
MVP Marie.
I'm just so amped.
That will be cool. I just know how excited I was when I got regular MVP. So getting MVP Gold, what do they give you? Like other than a model plane, apparently.
You just basically get upgraded a lot, I think. I don't even know. MVP Gold at 40,000 miles. That means I've flown that many I've flown 34,000 miles this year.
I don't know. I think a lot of times they were doing double miles and stuff like that to get people back in the air. So this is an interesting point to go back to the guy who lost his mind, sexually assaulted people, and attacked people on a Frontier Airlines flight. Cakeson 07. Cakeson 07 said that guy actually went on social media saying that it was so humiliating that his life will never be the same, blah, blah, blah. Here's the best part. And she even said, he or she's even said, dude shouldn't have acted that way if you didn't want to be treated like that.
But I wouldn't know that guy if I walked past him.
So here's the best part. That guy's life should never be the same. If you go around sexually assaulting people on planes, your life should never be the same. You should get punched in the face everywhere you go. Every time you go to McDonald's and order a burger, someone should bop you in the nose and be like, that's for sexually assaulting that woman on the plane, you piece of trash. Yeah. And then you go about your day. They still give you your burger. They still give you your fries. And you leave with a little like cherry on your nose.
Do you ever think about the fact that like
I got real violent today.
That will never be you. Like,
I can't see a world where it is, but
that's what I'm saying. Like, do you ever like think about the fact that like, no matter how drunk I get, I don't think I will. I know I will never do that to someone.
You know, I rarely like to say, or no, I rarely allow myself to say this will never happen. But I do know that when I get really blackout drunk, I just fall asleep and pass out. Like I've passed out at a strip club. I've passed out at an actual club. I've passed out on my roof. So I can say pretty strongly that will never happen. Mazzy88, thank you for the subscription. And to everyone who is watching this on YouTube, we're just reading out things from our chat.
Wow.
But yeah, I think that would be a nice rule. Instead of, or maybe in addition to like the sexual predator database you've got to put yourself on. What is that thing? What's it called? There's a name for it. I don't know why I'm asking you like you would know. Like you're on it or something.
I actually have one of the...
What's that called? There's a database you can search to see if there's like a sexual predator living near you.
One of the really cool things that I never thought of when I registered sex offender.
There we go.
Become a registered sex offender. Really quick, when I was purchasing my house, my Windermere agent, Jessica James, amazing human, was like, okay, before we sign everything, I want you to go on the registered sex offender list and just check the area so you feel comfortable. And I was like, never did that before. The amount I sent it to my friend and cat sitter who has kids, and we lived in the same building at the time. I was like, check this out. Like, you should know this for the kids.
Are there a lot?
Teaming.
Really?
All around here. And I was like, I don't know.
And that's, I mean, honestly, that is the privilege of being a male. I guess I've never had to check that list. I've never thought to myself, and not that it can't happen, not that men cannot be sexually offended, just way less likely. But I think along with being on that registered sex offender list, maybe they've got to wear like one of those Live Strong type bracelets, like a rubber bracelet. Maybe it's red. I don't know. And everyone that sees you that day gets one light punch to the nose. And that's just what you have to wear for like 6 years straight.
I'm gonna punch the gut.
Imagine if everywhere...
No, you get to kick you in the nuts.
Imagine if not even that. Imagine if everywhere a sex offender went, they just got to the nose real quick, they would never sexually offend again.
And
there's no way you could live life like that.
People would probably not do it again.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not again. I mean, again, like it would probably just make people who, I don't. Is it not even going to jail part that scares you? It's the getting punched in the face part. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm never gonna do it.
Imagine you're just out for your coffee or whatever, or maybe you're in the middle. You're at the gym and you're like bench pressing, and someone just takes their opportunity to bop you in the nose. I'm all for it. Yeah. I'm all for it.
There's people in chat saying
I'm a big fan of the nose bopping just in general because it's a weird thing.
Try it?
No. You don't have to hit someone that hard for it to completely ruin the next like 15 minutes of their day. Yeah. I think that's what I like about being bopped in the nose.
I'm with Jen. Men, like you can bop the guy in the nose. Women get to kick the person in the nuts. Makes
sense. I'm cool with that.
Also, there are people in chat saying you're so violent because you saw Suicide Squad.
Maybe I'm just in like the, revenge over everything mode of my day.
Ooh, DJ Synth. Smack him in the back of the head because they don't see it coming.
Oh, that's good too. But I don't think being smacked in the back of the head, there's a special...
Wait, the neck is a good one, like right here.
No, there's a special sensation that happens when you get bopped in the nose. Because it doesn't even have to be that hard, and like your eyes start tearing up, everything starts falling apart in your life for like that 10 to 15 minutes, and then you just get over it. But there's a very special sensation that no one enjoys when you get bopped in the nose. And I think that's what I like about it, is that the person will feel you like for at least 10 to 15 minutes after you leave.
So Zeal Crux said, every time Anthony says bop it, I hear the bop it voice.
Bop it.
So you have
twist
to say that if you're going to do it. Oh, bop it, and then you twist their nose.
Twist their balls.
That's also sexual.
And this is, I don't want to make sexual assault or sexual offenders a joke by any means, but the very interesting thing that I found out is in very certain situations, you can actually end up on that list through very mundane circumstances.
Like being in public.
So this happened to a friend of mine. He's not on the list, by the way. The cop just told him this is what could have happened.
Yeah, I peed in public before.
he was getting ready for a marathon or some sort of longer race in the Boston area, the greater Boston area. And as he was on his warm-up jog, he had to pee. So, as men often do, he whipped it out and he peed like in a bush somewhere, privately, not around a lot of people. Unfortunately for him, a cop did see what he did and informed him that he was doing it at the very edge of school property. And luckily the cop was very kind to my friend and just told him like, hey man, you really need to be careful because that can end you up on the sex offenders list, the registry. And obviously you didn't do that, but it falls within indecent exposure on school grounds. Therefore you end up on the list. And like I would
warm up jog before a marathon.
You got to get your legs going. You do a warm-up jog before any sort of race. I doubt he was going for like a 10-mile run.
I did it before my marathon.
Well, how'd you do? And it was also a 5K.
Crushed it.
Well, we'll see about that.
I ran a 29.
Let's see. Martha just said, I looked up sex offenders in my area, and there's way too many. Well, I guess one is too many. So, like, the number is kind of weird to even think. Like, what is too many sex offenders in your area? And now I'm terrified. Yeah, I guess that's got to be a scary thing to see.
Yeah.
Let's see. And now, Cats of Seinfeld, there's 8 sex offenders in my town. Half of them live in my neighborhood. Man, I don't even want to look. How many did you see when you looked it up?
Like 20-something.
That's crazy. Let's see. Personal complaint. The internet here is terrible today, and I keep losing you guys. Well, Jen.
We're fine plugged in, but my Wi-Fi has been crappy.
I was actually watching our friend Kira in Vegas. I was watching her stream yesterday, and her Wi-Fi was out, and I got to the point where I had to turn it off because I was also trying to get work done, but she was cutting in and out. Goddamn internet, man.
Okay.
It should just work the same for everybody. What? Oh, by the way, if you joined us late, we haven't talked about this since the very beginning. Tomorrow, Friday, August 6th, we're going to tweet about it. We're going to post about it on Instagram, and it will be in our newsletter. We are going to be hanging out with our friends at Seattle Cocktail Club at their Boozy Bodega. It is at 4332. There you go. There's the address in the chat. But if you're watching this on YouTube, 4332 Leary Way, Northwest in Seattle. You could just Google it. It's right next to Big Mario's Pizza. So if you're driving in that area, or Big Mario's, if I was in New Jersey, that's what I would say.
It's so weird saying Mario, like it's Mario.
It's Mario.
But I hear Mario, which we grew up hearing, and I'm like, who's saying Mario?
I remember I don't know if he's still in the chat or not, but my barber Miles, I was in his chair one day and we were chatting.
We have a few more things to talk about. We're not going anywhere.
I said something about, I don't know if I was talking about the pizza place or the game, but I said Mario. It was like, man, that's how you just gave away your New Jersey.
Yeah, it's there.
My cousins used to make fun of me all the time because I would say Mario Kart, and they're from Michigan, and they would say Mario, like normal humans.
Okay, so the event tomorrow starts at 4. It is scheduled from 4 to 7. However, we're trying to encourage people to get there earlier rather than later because if all the sandwiches sell out in the first 15 minutes, then the event is basically over.
I don't know if it'll sell out in 15, but there's a very, very, very good chance it will sell out. So get your friends and go there early.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, also, if you say you look great at the
checkout,
you'll get some Seattle Gummy Company energy gummies.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we waiting?
Well, Nick said not even going to bother then. Nick, what time do you plan? Why don't you DM? I probably won't be on my phone.
Oh, 5:40 you should be. If you're there, if you can get there before 6. I'm just trying to make sure people don't get there at 6:55, expecting everything to be open and available. Yeah. That's what we're trying to avoid. Yeah. So I would say if you can get there between 4 and 6, definitely show up. Mm-hmm. And we'll be posting. So like the second it does sell out, if you're on your way, you'll know to turn around and go the F home.
Okay. So
also driving from Federal Way to Seattle should be easier than going in the other direction at that time of day on a Friday.
Knows? There's no rhyme or reason to the traffic at this point. Okay. So we said we were going to talk about our photo shoot that we did yesterday. So a few weeks ago, I came on the stream and I had a surprise for Anthony that the Seattle Times reached out to us, and their writer, Marina, who runs the Dating in Seattle Instagram account and has a Dating in Seattle column in the New York Times, wanted to do a article about the two of us dating.
Yes.
And we actually had her on our show when we were on the radio, and she loved the idea of being able to write an article about us. It was super cool. And I said, yes. Then she said, would you guys want to do a shoot with one of our photographers? I said, Anthony didn't know any of this yet. So I came on the stream and told him about it.
And I said, I agreed to do it, but this better be front page stuff.
And she said, front page or bust.
Yeah, front page or bust. I will not promote it if it's not on the front page.
Okay. So it's not going to be on the front page.
It better be on the front page. That's all I'm saying.
So yesterday.
This is front page material.
So we answer all our questions over the weekend, which I'm so nervous about reading in paper.
Well, I don't proofread anything. So I just sent a bunch of responses.
No, I fixed it.
Oh, you fixed it?
It was horrendous.
Good. Well, did you you didn't trim anything though, right? It was just spelling and punctuation.
You use the word that so much and it drives me bonkers.
Yeah, I don't care about that though. I don't care about those things. You're also not supposed to end a sentence on certain words and whatnot. I don't care about that. As long as I'm getting my point across with my words, I'm fine. But I just don't proofread.
I was I don't know what this man is saying.
Well, that's because you don't understand the complexity of my language.
Okay. Yeah, the complexity.
Yeah.
So I fixed it. Now moving on. We did the photo shoot yesterday. And I talked to the guy before, and he said, I was like, hey, they told us photo shoot at 1:00. We just have to be back home by 2:45. And he was like, I'll have you done by 1:05. I've got the quickest click in the West.
Quickest?
What'd I say?
Quickest click.
Quickest click in the West.
There you go.
And he was this cute old man. So we show up. He was amazing. Mm-hmm. We loved him. His name was Greg.
Well, we haven't seen the pictures yet.
True. He's like, all right, we got a few poses we're going to do, and then I'll get you out of here.
I did feel like I was taking middle school yearbook photos.
No, it was I'm telling you guys, this could be.
I mean, one of them was against the brick wall. The other was against the tree.
It could be awkward couple photo Instagram status.
And I'm not saying I would have taken better pictures.
No.
He clearly knows what he was doing.
So he's like, okay, Anthony, you're going to stand on this top step. We did it by the Ballard Bell yesterday. There were people staring at us who 100% thought we were doing engagement photos. Because I realized I was wearing a white dress, but it had flowers on it.
Okay, well, I was wearing a purple t-shirt.
Okay, so Anthony's standing on a step. I'm on the step in front of him. And he's like, okay, just stand there. And we're both just standing. And Anthony's like, should I grab her? And he's like, yeah. Please stand up and do what you do.
I'm not doing. No, you gotta wait for the pictures.
He
no. You can't show it. Gotta wait for the content on the front page.
And then I start laughing and grab my stomach. So I'm like, this is gonna look like I'm pregnant because I'm laughing. So that's
I didn't even realize that.
Oh my God, yeah. Then he has us leaning against a tree, the same tree together, and
I had to be popped out a little bit. So I had to put my elbow on the tree. She was able to lean up normally. I had to put my elbow on the tree and lean.
And he's behind me, laughing, but laughing oh my God, I cannot believe this is happening to me. And then we had to do it on another tree.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why both trees. They were right next to each other.
It was the background probably of what was behind us.
Okay.
And I don't know, I felt like I was leaning on you. Because
a little bit, yeah.
I don't want to just be leaning. I don't know where they're going with this. And Anthony's rule was, we're not kissing.
No, absolutely not. I don't like lovey-dovey pictures to begin with. So this was weird for me. People definitely thought it was our engagement photos.
Oh my God, there were so many people around. Why was that happening?
Because we were in the busiest part of Ballard for that time of day. So, and we were also right by Salt and Straw, which always has, it's an ice cream place on the West Coast. Always has a line outside. So there's a dozen people standing right next to us. It will be very interesting. I am looking forward to and also dreading the day that this comes out.
We were laughing so hard though. So these photos are either going to look like we're joking.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but we were done by 1:07 p.m.
Oh yeah, it was great. He took 30 pictures with his rapid trigger finger.
But we have no idea what they look like.
Yeah, normally a photographer will be like, oh, how do you like these or whatever. We don't know exactly when it comes out. Do you know, Carla Marie?
No, just checking to see.
We'll obviously put the link in the newsletter because I think everything they put on there in the actual paper they put on their website, right?
Yeah.
So, and we'll obviously take pictures and get the Seattle Times. Also, if you're in the Seattle area, when we do that and we're on the front page, hopefully.
Take pictures when you see it.
No, buy the paper. Because maybe they'll be like, oh my God, 8 extra people bought the paper this week. We need to get Carla Marie Anthony to do more things for us.
The quickest selling Seattle Times in the year.
Yeah. Quickest click in the West. That is hard to say. And with that, we can
Are we done?
leave
I had a list
for the day. What else is on your list?
I think we're good.
What else is on your list?
Well, I don't know. I think I got it all.
Okay. Make sure, here, I'm going to do it for everyone real quick.
Oh, talk about it. Oh, wait, I do. Oh.
Exclamation point, Boozy.
I do have a question.
That is all the info for the meetup we're going to be doing at the Seattle Cocktail Club event tomorrow, the Boozy Bodega. Hit that link. Please get there before 6, just so we can make sure you have a drink and a sandwich in hand.
So,
Hands.
Wait, I did have a question.
What?
So I got new neighbors. We've talked about the fact that
I think we have to talk about this on Monday.
I know, but
What?
I wanted to do it over the weekend.
No. We got to talk about it on Monday. Just done. That's it. We're talking about this on Monday. Give the people a reason to come back.
My new neighbors?
Yeah.
Tacoma Swifty wants us to do the Bachelorette conversation on Thursday instead of Tuesday, but it's the biggest. We can't. We'll just have to start the show earlier.
No, I think Tacoma Swifty is saying that because they don't know if they'll be able to watch.
No, because.
Oh, I get it. You know what? I actually think because it's the finale, right? I actually think we'll have, even though it's going to be a 3-hour finale, we'll probably have the shortest recap of it.
We'll see.
Because we'll know exactly how everything ends.
We'll see.
And there won't be any more speculation. We'll just have opinions as to how it ended. And that's it. But we'll figure it out. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Hopefully, I see Nick is saying it. I saw Claire talk about it. Hopefully, we'll see you tomorrow at the event. Please don't make us look bad. Show up. All right. See you later.